right, third official sighting of the Hibagon. The Hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot, and we are still in this Yuki loop formed by these 4 roads. Little town of Yuki up here, now part of Shobara City, and the Rakanohara Dam down right here. Everyone should have this Yuki loop pretty much memorized in your head, maybe printed out and hanging on your refrigerator or by your shaving mirror. First sighting here, July 20, 1970. Second sighting here 3 days later. Third sighting 1 week after the second, July 30. Up in your top left corner here. That's about 2 kilometers away, 1.25 miles. Not a lot has changed here in 51 years. The same 2 houses are here and the same 2 fields. Our witness, Mr. S.I., is no longer here, sadly. But his family are still here. These 2 houses are branches off the same family tree. This stretch of Route 256 goes over a mountain. It's kind of a shortcut to Yuki. It's 200 meters up and over, so that's a good hike. You can see the switchbacks. Here's a street view. It's a 1-lane road, so you hope, if you're driving, no one's coming the other way. If you're walking and a car is coming through, I recommend you hug up against this wall on the right. That left-hand shoulder is pretty steep and deep. It would be a tumble if the car happened to knock you down there. Japanese road engineers and road builders, they are as tough as any roads and highways guys we have back home. And I think they are supernaturally courageous. Another street view. Sharp little corner here, right back in there. That's the kind of place that I am checking against this photo, trying to match things up and locate. First of all, where they found the body, that's the hard part. And then where they buried the body, and that's the relatively easy part, I think. I'll talk more about... Well, I already told you everything I know and everything I think in one of the comments of another video. I don't remember which one. But I'll say it all again when we get to the body, and we're not there yet, but we're getting there pretty soon. Now, we checked out this place and we eliminated it. But there's a nice little... Oh, it's just a trickle of a stream going through here. And we picked some wild wasabi. Brought it home, and yeah, it was very nice. Wild wasabi. Another street view. Here the woods are above you on both sides, and you're kind of walking through a narrow little tunnel. Sometimes the trees cross over ahead of you, and it puts me in mind of Seraphine Long's abduction story. What were the words? Do you remember? What did she say? It happened where the bush grew close and thick beside the trail. Big hairy arm shooting out. Here's another view, just trying to give you a feel for the place. Okay, back to the scene of the encounter. Here are the 2 fields. And the 2 fields from street view. S.I. lived in the lower house down there. The higher house was his relative's house. Still is. S.I., 47 years old, was back between these fields. The creature came walking down that hill. Walking down the hill and kept on walking straight toward our man, S.I. Now, he was kind of frozen, I guess, with shock and fright. I would be too. Then he came to and ran back to his house. He yelled at everyone, "Shut the doors, shut the windows, lock them. Monster on the loose." Then he went out again. He went outside, brave man, hopped in his car, and drove to his relative's house. He drove over as fast as he could. Who can blame him? Now this lady remembers. Here she is remembering on the Fuji TV documentary. We met this lady. We know her. Very, very nice lady. She's saying that she never saw her uncle so scared and shaken up. Nobody ever knew him to be like that. And this is one thing that the university research teams pointed out. Going to credibility, the witnesses were all shaken to their bones. They were scared. And it's hard to think how did so many lifelong area residents get so scared from any normal animal? Or how did they conspire all to act so scared? And then how were they all such Academy Award level actors? But anyone who thinks that, and I don't think anyone here does think, but this is a challenge to the future and an invitation, a friendly invitation. If anyone like our celebrity zoologist friend here, or our Bigfoot expert bully here, if you think that they were all just losing their minds over a cute little Japanese macaque monkey, or if you think that the Hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot, is all a bunch of made-up hooey, all lies, or swamp gas, mass delusion, or whatever. All right. Okay, smart guy. This is what you have to do. This is incumbent on you. You have to hop on a plane and fly over here and make your way to Fukuyama City. I'm not sure I would welcome you into my house, but in fact I would not. But I'll help you find a hotel. Then I'll take you up here and we will ring this lady's doorbell. She'll come and she'll remember me, nice foreigner, nice father of those adorable little girls, nice Hibagon believer, and his, she will assume, friend. She'll ask us in and make us tea, and we'll sit down and enjoy her hospitality. And then after a while I'll say, "Oh, by the way, honorable grandmother, this person who is not my friend wants to tell you something." And then you can tell her to her sweet face that her uncle was a liar or a moron or a ninny and a scaredy cat and a sissy, or whatever your theory is. I'll translate for you. And then I'll tell this lady that, well, now that she has heard your message, she is done with you, and so am I. So we'll show you to the door, and you can make your own way home. This lady and I will have more tea, or maybe some stronger stuff, and we'll laugh at you and think of a few choice names for you. Okay? So you come and insult this lady, take a big dump on her uncle's memory, and I'll help you and record everything. S.I.'s description of the creature, he said it was black and gorilla-like. He estimated the height at 160 centimeters. That's 5'3". He said the head was too big for its body, too disproportionately big. And its face was an inverted triangle, narrow at the jaw, and bristly That was his word. Not hair, not fur, but bristles. And he said that the creature swayed from side to side as it walked. Has anyone ever heard of Bigfoots swaying side to side? Seems to me it's kind of a common trait. And he said it walked unhurried. Now, S.I. said it was walking straight toward him, and that was understandably very frightening, but he did not report any obviously aggressive or threatening behavior. If you've been here for a while, you know that I believe these creatures are very dangerous. But this doesn't seem to be their standard M.O., just walking up to a man like you want to bum a light or ask directions to the library. I think this was a juvenile, still very much untaught, still a victim of his natural curiosity, not all hopped up on aggression hormones. Head too big for his body. Yeah, my head used to be too big for my body. I guess it still is a little big. He's clearly a juvenile that hasn't grown up, hasn't grown into himself yet. And this encounter probably had the most influence of any. This description congealed into the standard Hibagon image, which is unfortunate, because we have uncovered evidence of other body types and other sizes, like adult mummies and adult daddies. This description has confused some Bigfoot experts and made them dismiss us rather rudely and unthinkingly. Oh well. That's Mount Hiba right over there. Next month we plan to be standing right up there. Well, twice a year we plan to be up here, and maybe more if you can help us. We'll be standing on the mountain, we'll be looking at the megaliths, knocking on the imperial tomb of the mother goddess, sticking our heads into some of those Hiba caves and Hiba holes, and I'll be trying to get to that convergence point at that radial line anomaly on the western slope. I'm looking to crowdfund a camera. One friend here is very generously matching donations, so let's soak him for all he's worth. Donate, and my wife and elder daughter will paint the word or phrase of your choice in Japanese calligraphy, and we'll mail that to you. Younger daughter will do a real nice picture. Maybe you'd rather have a rusty old nail from an 800-year-old samurai mountaintop castle. Maybe some broken samurai crockery. Well, help me get that camera. Help me get up there and take better pictures and take more far-away zoom pictures. Okay, I'm Kyle. Thanks to those who have donated, and thank you to those who will. And whether you will or won't, thank you for watching and being interested and encouraging me with your kind and helpful comments. I really appreciate it. And I really enjoy bringing you the Hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot. Maybe you were just waiting for everyone to think that the video was over so that they would leave. And then you could ask me, hey Kyle, do you have any of those 24 karat gold plated sake cups? Maybe some with the imperial crest of the Japanese emperor. Or maybe some with a Imperial Japanese Navy crest. And could I possibly get one of those for my donation? Well, I don't know. They're kind of heavy. Kind of expensive to ship, but of course, if your donation were sufficiently heavy, they're nice cups. But the bank doesn't take them in payment, and neither does the camera shop. So if you want one, I have a couple.